just outside of Raleigh from First Horizon Stadium at WakeMed Soccer Park in Cary, North Carolina. We are ready to crown a national champion in men's college soccer as the Washington Huskies meet the NC State Wolfpack. Washington left to right in the black, NC State right to left in the white. We are underway in the 2025 National Championship game. Happy to have you with us in Cary alongside Devin Kerr. I'm Joe Malfa, joined by Marion Crowder in a moment. This stadium is packed to the gills with NC State just 5 miles down the road. It is essentially a home game here tonight. A smattering of purple, but a lot of red. Early look, Lovelace blocked, then out for a corner. Fernandez and Asher Hestad. Hestad scored the exclamation point back on Friday. Here he goes. Hestad on his right foot, similar to where he scored back on Friday. Runs out of real estate. Goal kick. I mentioned it's just 5 miles for the Wolfpack from the heart of campus. Little bit further to get up for the Huskies. 2,850 miles.
They'll hunt. So as smart as they are, there's going to be space in front that Charlie Koskov can drag players into. That's where the overload centrally will benefit the Huskies.
Carried by Dale, looks inside. Ramsey has a hit. Erb makes the save. Different for Logan Erb tonight. He was a spectator until late in the second half on Friday.
Understanding it's not a check away, but still you're working in transition as a defender. You're working backwards, and also you're trying to check the angles. And within that, really well done here by Zach Ramsey. This is where he's matured as a player as he gets 25 yards and in his movements much better, getting himself forward facing, making himself available for his teammates.
Isaac Heffis looking long toward Conde.
Already an adjustment defensively. Front line for Washington with Zach Ramsey and Kozakov. Pull back a little bit deeper, almost side by side. Now what that's doing is forcing NC State.
Hestad curls one in. Erb is there.
That's incredible goalkeeping by Logan Erb. The distance he has to come out to be able to pick this up. Ball moving away from him. Excellent by Hestad. That's where you really commit. If you're Urban, you're going to come up high. Notice the bodies in front of him. Full command of the box.
Sit back. Healy fires out to Tommy. Callum Tommy over toward Phillip. Boatman with it. Had to go quickly. Whistle back behind the play. I believe Boatman was contacted.
Jaden Bowden picks this up right at the top of the 18. Some theatrics by Ibrahim Conde. Take Healy coming over as well, peeled off of it. Knew what he was doing. Fenced on this near touchline.
Quiet so far, but Healy has risen to the occasion as of late. Foul goes against Conde, the retaliation after the initial call not made.
Felt like there was a foul there, the way he reached back across the shoulder. As much as we've seen on both ends right now, certainly the whistle favoring Washington. Also something that we saw in the semifinal matchup against SLU that
weighing on him, but the assists were still there. Chance now for the Wolfpack, slotted inside. Ricochets to Conde. Maloney. Numbers still forward, deflected on the service, and now Boatman could count things down.
This actually came because of indecision. They didn't get Tommy up high initially. Great job by Take Healy to hold the play up and then allow him to step into the space on the far side of the field. We talk about cutbacks, but in those one-on-one situations, look at all the space that opens up. Most difficult of angles, McLean calibrating. Really well worked by NC State.
End to end, now it's Dale pushing it through, saved by Erb. First thing I said to you tonight, Devin, chaotic in the best of ways is the expectation tonight, opening up now midway through the first half.
Way too much real estate. That's allowing NC State to push up high on the far shoulder.
Hefis throws it long. Phillip on the volley, hoping for something spectacular. Advantage played. Estad, back post, knocks square, loose in the middle! Just wide on the deflection, corner. Zach Ramsey opened the scoring for the Huskies the other night, almost did so again tonight.
Really well done, though, by Richie Amon on the far side of the field. Held up possession coming in centrally. That allowed the right flank to come higher. And this is what I was talking about. Now, whether Kosakov is working up high to put pressure or down in the pocket, space is going to be there just in front of the back line. It depends what direction he drags players with him in. And as he works onto that back post, great job by Zach Ramsey stepping into the top of the six.
Aiming from the corner. Conde for Healy. Just runs by. He stumbled over the ball that time, Richie Amon. Conde wins it, and Abalele commits the foul. Advantage played. Healy. NC State swarming. Healy looking back post. Nobody home. Wolfpack serenaded by the crowd. McLean cuts it back. McLean blocked by Conde. Here's Donovan Phillip to the end line. Cuts it across wide.
Got to be careful here. This comes on the turnover from Alex Hall. Doesn't track back quick enough. If he cheats high, this is very similar to the conversation on the opposite end of the field. You concede space. What that also does is allow the midfield to drift over. You retain possession, you can work numbers up high. That's why you have multiple opportunities inside the top of the 18 here. Hit with a bit of a hope and a prayer with that side of an angle.
Kosakov.
Oh,
Through Maloney. Kosakov, Hall, and Abalele on the turn. Kosakov was there. Shot goes wide. Another bright moment, though, playing through Kosakov and Abalele.
Super clever from Charlie Kosakov. Notice the hips. Way too open here from Riley Manoni. He's trying to show him down into the channel, understood. But because of the angle that he presents, it's not acute enough.
Phillip is calling for
boy,
it.
that's gonna be a
his
card.
way. A whistle never blew. Now it does as Phillip is taken wide. As you said, Devin, first card of the evening, and Abalele in the book.
Do wonder if there's anything left over from the challenge on the far side of the field from Enabalele. They played advantage, possibly a no call, but something that definitely sat in the referee's mind. I understand what Enabalele's trying to do here. There's so much space. He feels like he's got the jump. The problem is that half step, he's probably another millisecond from being sent off. If that boot comes higher, he's in real trouble in the challenge of Riley Maloney, but it is the right decision. Stays low. Yellow card.
85 seconds remaining in this first half with which to find that opening goal. Otherwise, lengthy discussions at the break. Here's an opportunity now for the Huskies. Herb off his line, wins it, and that is empty. Toward goal and in! Washington strikes! It's Zach Ramsey with the moment!
NC State have struggled on the back line with communication. Just mentioned it 5 minutes ago. Logan Herb and the entire back four not happy with their overall positioning. Mark Hubbard not happy with the players in front of him. And it's exactly how this ball plays out. Credit to the pressure once again from Washington as it does come up over the top. You're hitting the release valve here. All you're looking to do is reset your defensive line. We saw the same thing against Furman. Markovic playing the player instead of the ball, and because of that, it enables Washington to get in behind. Could Herb have been more disruptive? Should he have stayed at home? That's nitpicky. What does matter is, once again, the advanced positioning of Zach Ramsey and the 10 spot is the absolute firecracker that sends this team up in arms. Beautiful follow-up by Ramsey. Great vision. and then the touch to weight it perfectly for the opener.
And we are underway in half number 2 of the national final. Washington 1, NC State 0. We crown a champion in 45 minutes. Happy to have you with us on ESPNU. Alongside Devin Kerr, I'm Joe Malfa. It's a first national championship for either of these programs. For Washington, it's the first men's team national title in school history. For NC State, it's the first men's team national title since Jim Valvano's 1983 basketball team. Contact, edge of the area. Harry Bertos says no. So does the referee, Colleen Radosov. Richie Amen back the other way. Amen through. Dale is there, cut off. Long throw comes in from Heffis. Loose in the mix. McLean was there. Shout for a handball. McLean shot blocked. Over the top from Santa Maria. Bowen has it. Sometimes they just muck it up, NC State. It's how they've gotten big goals at times this season. A lot of numbers forward. Colleen Radosov blows the whistle before the service. Bolton still crashed into by Conde. They'll do it again. Corner did not count. Concern though for Bolton. He took a hard spill.
And the whistle was already done as well. Thought he took an elbow across the head there.
After lengthy discussion, time for the corner from Maloney. Drops it in, a lot of traffic, Bolton with it. Irv concedes a corner here. Amen drops it in. Irv fumbles it, but he was fouled.
A little surprised the whistle was blown here, unless it was this elbow on the back end. Away from the body, possibly from Asher Hestad. Watch the right side of your screen as you start to explode through. Elbow comes up a little bit.
Right there.
Got to be that, yeah. Much better angle of the infraction from
Lovelace almost snuck it through for Healy. Now it's Dale for Kosakov. Flag stays down. Kosakov fronted by Markovic. Feeds it for Hestad. Asher Hestad, the confident man from the goal he scored a couple of nights ago, but not this time.
Good hold-up play, though, from Charlie Kosakov as he works away, allowing this back line to push up high. Certainly one you want to bring back here if you're wearing a Huskies jersey, but as he works in, it starts to condense the back line. This is where Washington has really been impressive. NC State has done a good job of getting back on the ball. Washington, moments like that, they got to step higher, play more aggressively. They're conceding too much space, and they can't sit that deep. NC State's too good on the ball.
Amen with numbers. Amen to the end line. Amen in front! It's 2 for Washington!
What recognition this is by the midfield from Washington. Connor Lofi, take a bow. His understanding, the touch coming back across the body to prohibit Santa Maria, and you're off and running. Unselfish by the 9 and Kosakov. Now look at the runners. You've created 1v1s. You let your workman do his best. Richie Amen in one-on-one situations. Arguably, on the wing, the best in the country. The hesitation opens up the space on the inside, leading to the back shoulder run. Mid-level pressure, high-level execution. Huskies double it.
Joe Dale pumped up, second of the season, settling. Hefis, back post, Phillip there, the knocked on goal, Bowman with it securely.
I'll tell you this much, if Washington get out of here with the title, they have been unreal when the ball's gone up high. Their aerial presence on paper, Joe, you and I would both agree, no chance that they're winning these 50-50 balls as consistently as they're able to do over the course of the evening. But positioning, absolutely perfect. And the step-ups at the right point in time so far, very impressive for the Huskies.
They are going to get everything thrown at them, Washington, these next 25 minutes. So it's important they continue on with what you were just saying. Donovan Phillip took an elbow to the head from Harry Bertos. Colleen Radosov stops the clock, waves the trainers on.
They both stepped up into it. There's no elbow there. Incidental contact, both drifting into each other. It's hard for me to see a whistle in that situation. What the individual traits are of each other.
Healy on his preferred left foot here. Goes toward goal. Conde deflects it. Edge of the area. Santa Maria, it's blocked. Donovan Phillip! A response for the Wolfpack on the road back!
After giving up the second, Mark Hubbard, head coach of NC State, said, everybody up. Emotion, character, and what he has said all season long to his players, belief. Now they're going to take a look at this as to whether or not there was a foul in the box. Numbers galore as this ball got recycled back inside the top of the 18. Left side of your screen as you start to push through. Wondered if Phillip pushed off. Don't see it there. Not whatsoever. The first angle that we had, you can see the arm away from the body. But no, that's never going to be a foul. Instead, how's the ingenuity by Donovan Phillip? The issue he had to deal with this season, being a marked man, dealing with quality of opponent, has been on an absolute tear come postseason time.
Decision in the field goal stands, no violent conduct.
Interesting, violent conduct is what they were looking for. Something that will actually rise to the level of a red card. We didn't see anything there. Clearly there wasn't. It's a goal for NC State.
Which would have been that push out that I was talking about. Certainly you can't review it if it's just a foul itself. It would have to be violent conduct. But again, I was going back to the arms of Donovan Phillip.
Oh, this actually might have been what they were looking for as well. Conde coming out of the goal, charging into Harry Bertos. In any event, we kick off again with 24:30 remaining in a brand new game. NC State trailing by 1. This crowd is ferocious, trying to spark this comeback. And at this point now, something has got to give. Washington is 12-0-0 when scoring first this year. NC State is 11-0-1 when Donovan Phillip scores. That is certainly coming into play in this one. Maloney drops it back. Lined up through traffic and saved by Bowen. Don't know when he saw that, if he did, but he kept it out. A lot of traffic and screens in front. Phillip. McLean, or Conde. Bowen tracking and has it.
Lines coming in. That was very late to show up on the radar. Connor Lofi hasn't been able to keep any food down for the last 36 hours. Said that they woke up Saturday morning, struggled for food, thought maybe.
Phillip turns, Phillip toward goal. Bowen with it. Short, Santa Maria didn't get there in time. Can he rescue this? Chip toward goal. Donovan Phillip is there, but Bowen plucks it out of the air. Wants to go quickly here. Oh, he had a man. Richie Amon was out toward midfield. Kosikov calling for it. Takes himself offside. Inside instead to Dale. Conde looking for Phillip over the top. Bertos cuts it off. NC State brought it back within a goal. What color is this card going to be? It was straight from behind. It's a yellow. Alex Hall in the book. NC State was pleading for more just because, again, the nature of it straight from behind. Let's see.
Actually felt like it was a little bit more angled than the dead on because of the cutback across.
Amon slaloming through. Richie Amon again to the end line. Amon in front. Irv has it. Maloney, good service there. Bucket punches away. He was fouled, shoved into his net. Clock ticks under 8.
It's good pressure just in front of Jaden Boughton. The problem is hands away, pushing after the fact. The elbow up there, going to help him inside his top of his 6.
Ramsey as a runner at the back post, might have been deflected. Comes with everything on the line. A first national championship for either. Tommy works it through. McLean. Healy! Tag! Healy rescuing it for NC State!
Down in the channel, the comeback in the semifinal was Maloney and Tommy again. One-on-one, notice he doesn't force the issue. Instead, the hold-up play by guess who? Justin McLean, all night long, so consistent on the unfavored foot.
Amon was there with them, the third man in that trio. Here he is. Amon brought down, free kick, edge of the area. Alex Hall saved by Irv. 15 to go. Here comes the throw. Flicked on by Phillip, rescued by Healy, cleared, and we will head to overtime.
3, 2, 1.
One last chance for NC State. There it is. Overtime in the national final here in Cary. Hall floats it on the backside. Amon. Amon in front. Kosakov through. Washington's wait is over! For the first time in program history, the Huskies are national champions! Hold on a second. Colleen Radosov just made the video review signal. They already handed off the trophy to Richie Amon, who took it to the corner.
The perfect cutback by Richie Amon, one-on-one again, great explosion. Hold-up play on the drip-off, not there. There's nothing. Certainly nothing on what we just saw play out in front of us that would lead you to believe that this is coming back. Menace to society, Amon once again. Charlie Kosakov has had a heck of a night just being able to get on it here. If it's right there, he's off. If he's right there, he's off. Now it's about, as a referee, do you feel like he's impacted the play? The argument would be at the bottom of the screen with Callum Tommy. As Kosakov steps up in, he prohibits the ability for Callum Tommy to rotate back to the outside. That's what they're looking at.
Decision in the field, stay, good goal.
Washington's about to find out. A look at Bertos. Harry Bertos won the national championship for the Washington Huskies. They've celebrated it once, they'll celebrate it twice. They'll be national champions for the rest of their lives.